Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mulyadi Aprianto, and on this occasion, I will answer a question to complete the ORE software engineering project. First, what is the difference between JSF and SAFL? So, first of all, I want to explain the JSF first. What is JSF? Java Server Faces, or JSF, is an MVC web framework that explains the construction of user interface for server-based application using reusable UI components on a page. JSF implements a facility to connect UI widgets with data source and to server-side event handlers. The JSF specification describes a set of standard of UI components and provides an application programming interface or API for developing components. JSF allows the reuse and extension of the current standard UI components. JSF decreases the effort to build and maintain application which will run to a target customer, and JSF facilitates web application development by giving reusable UI components, making simple data transfer among UI components, managing UI state across various server requests, enabling the implementation of custom components, and wiring client-side event to server-side application code. JSF provides multiple rendering capabilities that allow JSF UI components to render themselves differently depending on the client types. Key features of JSF. Java Server Faces features are as follows. First, component-based framework. Java Server Faces provides built-in components to help build web applications like HTML5, Facelet text, and can be used. Second one is Facelet's technology implementation. Java Server Faces uses Facelet as its default display control technology. Facelet is an open-source web template system. This system supports all JSF user interface components and focus on creating views for JSF application. Third, expression language integration. Expression language offers an effective mechanism for communicating UI or web page with application logic or managed bins. Fourth, supports HTML5. JSF 2.2 provides a way to inject HTML5 attributes into JSF components. And the last, easy and fast web development, offers a comprehensive collection of built-in libraries and tools that can be used to develop web applications quickly. How does JSF work in my Outfit website? Due to the component-focused design of the UI model, JSF uses XML files known as a view templates or Facelet views. This Facelet process requests load accurate view templates, develop component, trees, process event, and provide response to clients. The component state is saved at the end of each request in a process known as state saving, and restored on subsequent view creation. Client-side or server-side can store objects and their state. Java Server Faces is often used with Ajax. Ajax combines application development techniques and technologies that enable rich UI. We can easily add Ajax support components to enhance JSF-based UI as JSF supports multiple output formats. The JSF 2.0 design offers built-in supports for Ajax by providing development interface to Ajax events. This allows every client to trigger event to undergo proper verification. Then it can call its methods before sending the result back to the browser using XML DOM updates. And this is advantages and disadvantages of using JSF. First, advantages of using JSF contains rapid development. By abstracting away the complexities of web development, JSF accelerates the development cycle, allowing developers to focus on business logic and application functionality. Second, cross-browser compatibility. JSF generates HTML markup that is compatible with various web browsers, ensuring a consistent user experience across different platforms and devices. And last, Boolean AJAX support. JSF comes with Boolean support for an asynchronous JavaScript and XML, enabling developers to create dynamic and responsive web applications without the need for additional JavaScript libraries. And the disadvantage of JSF is JSF learning curve is very steep, which is one of JSF main drawbacks, and not suitable for high performance application. This past listener feature cannot be used because there is no tight connection between the past listener and the managed bin. How about server? What is server? Jakarta Surfers, formerly known as a Java Surfers, extend the capability of a server. Usually servers interact with web clients using a request or response mechanism implemented by a container. A server container is an important part of web server. It manages servers and creates dynamic content according to user requests. Whenever a web server receives a request, it directs the request to a registered server. The lifecycle consists of only three phases. First, the init method is invoked to initiate the server. Then the container sends incoming requests to the service method that perform all the tasks. Lastly, the destroy method cleans up the everything and tears down the server. Servers have many important features, including native support for Java and its libraries, a standard API for web servers, and the power of HTTP. Key features of server. First, the client sends a request to the web server. Second, the web server receives the request and forwards it to the associated server tree. Server process requests and generate response. The server sends the response back to the web server, and the last, the web server sends a response back to the client, and the client's browser displays it on the screen. How does server works in my outfit website? In e-commerce website, Java Server functions as a mediator between the web browser and the server to manage requests from clients, process information, generate HTML formatted answer or response, and following are some steps performed by a server. The web server forwards HTTP requests to the web container. Web container map requests to specific servers. Servers are fetched dynamically and load into the container address space. The container calls the init method of the server. The container calls the service method of the server to process the HTTP request. The server reads the data that has been provided in the HTTP request and formulates an HTTP response for the client. The container may decide to evict the servers from its memory. So, key difference between JSF and server is server technology is the foundation of web application development in J2EE. However, it doesn't come with a view technology, and the developer has to mix markup text in with Java code. Additionally, it lacks the utilities for common text, like building the markup, validating the request, and enabling the security features. JSF is a proper framework that connects a data source with reusable UI components, provide support for multiple libraries, and reduce the effort to build and manage application. Being component-based, JSF always has a good security advantage over JSP. Despite all of its benefits, JSF is complex and has a steep learning curve. In lack of the MVC design pattern, the server acts as a controller and JSF as a view wherever JSF is a complete MVC. As we already know, the server will need manual HTML text in Java code. For the same purpose, JSP use HTML and JSF use Fastlets. Additionally, both provide support for custom text. Second question is, what is Hibernate? Hibernate is an open source framework for Java that provides an object relational mapping or ORM solution. It simplifies the interaction between a Java application and a relational database by mapping Java objects to database tables and vice versa. Hibernate handles the translation of Java object state to and from the corresponding database tables, abstracting away the complexities of SQL queries and database interaction. Key features of Hibernate include Object Relational Mapping or ORM. Hibernate allows developers to work with Java objects and their relationship, and it automatically generates the corresponding SQL queries to interact with the database. Second, database independence. Hibernate provides a database independent layer, allowing developer to write database agnostic code. This means that you can switch from database system to another without changing the application code. Third, automatic table generation. Hibernate can automatically generate database table based on the Java object or entities in your application. This feature simplifies database schema management. For caching, Hibernate includes a caching mechanism that can significantly improve performance by caching frequently accessed data in memory, reducing the need for repeated database queries. 5. Transaction management. Hibernate supports transaction management, ensuring data consistency and integrity by allowing developers to define transactional boundaries in their code. And the last one, query language. Hibernate Query Language, or HQL, is a powerful and flexible query language that is similar to SQL but operates on Java objects. It allows developers to write queries using object-oriented concepts. So, how does Hibernate works in my Outfit website? Hibernate in my Outfit website contains web application. Hibernate is commonly used in web applications, especially those built using Java-based frameworks like Spring. It allows developers to focus on business logic and application functionality rather than dealing with low-level database interaction. How Hibernate works and architecture. Hibernate is a powerful object relational persistence or ORM framework for Java application. It bridges the gap between object-oriented programming or OOP and relational database, allowing you to work with objects directly instead of writing raw SQL queries. Here's an overview of how Hibernate works in architecture. How it works? By mapping. You define mappings between your Java classes and database table using annotation or XML configuration files. Sessions. A session acts as a unit of work with the database. It manages connection, queries, and object database synchronization. Persistence. When you save an object in your application, Hibernate translates it into appropriate SQL statements and insert it into the corresponding database table. Retrieval. When you retrieve an object by its identifier, Hibernate fetches the data from the database and builds the corresponding object in memory. Caching. Hibernate uses a built-in cache to store relationally the accessed object, improving performance by reducing database round trips. Transaction. You can define transaction for managing database updates with automaticity and consistency. If any part of the transaction fails, the whole operation is rolled back. And then architecture of Hibernate. Hibernate has a layer architecture consisting of several key components like Core API provides basic functionalities for object database mapping, querying, and transaction management. Session Factory creates and manages sessions connecting to the database and providing access to other Hibernate components. Connection Provider manages the underlying database connection and handles JDBC interaction. Transaction API defines interface for managing transaction and ensuring data consistency. Query API provides different mechanisms for building and executing database queries. Caching manage manage different levels of caching to improve performance and optimize database interaction. Mapping meta model represents the metadata about your object database mapping, enabling introspection and dynamic query generation. One advantages of using Hibernate is reduce development time by eliminating the need of writing manual SQL queries. Hibernate simplifies data access and increase developer productivity. Improve code maintainability. Object-oriented code is easier to understand and maintain compared to complex SQL manipulation. Database portability. Hibernate application can be easily ported to different databases with minimal code change, thanks to its abstraction layer. Increased performance. Caching and other optimizing techniques in Hibernate can lead to significant performance improvement compared to direct SQL access. And this is a disadvantage of using Hibernate is performance cost. Hibernate generates a lot of SQL statements in runtime based on our mapping, so is it a bit slower than JDBC. If we use if we use JDBC when we directly write our queries, so no extra effort is required. Does not allow multiple insert. Hibernate does not allow some queries which are supported by JDBC. For example, is not allowed to insert multiple objects or persistent data to same table using single query. Developer has to write a separate query to insert each object. More complex with joins. If there are a lot of mappings and joins among the tables, then code becomes a bit complex to understand as we need to define the mapping and join information in XML file. Poor performance in batch processing. It's advisable to use pure JDBC for batch processing as Hibernate performance is not good in batch processing. Not good for small project. Small project will have less number of tables. Introducing entire Hibernate framework will be overhead than useful. And the last one, learning curve. As many other tools, Hibernate also takes considerable amount of time and effort to learn. I can say it is 100% disadvantage, but it's not so easy to learn. And the last question is, what is software engineering? Software engineering is a field of science that combines various technical and managerial disciplines to create high-quality software products. In the process, software engineering integrates engineering principles and management methods. Software engineering in e-commerce is a software development process that includes server, site infrastructure, database, and application logic. Software engineering aims to ensure efficient data processing, security, and scalability. Software engineering is a field of science that combines various technical and managerial disciplines to create high-quality software products. In the process, software engineering integrates engineering principles and project management methods. Software engineering, that is requirements analysis. Software engineering must be able to gather and analyze user needs, identify problems, and detail functional and non-functional requirements. System design. Once the requirements are identified, software engineers design the system structure and create an architectural model that guides the development process. Implementation, like this task, includes translating the design into programming code. Software engineers use various programming languages and tools to create software according to specification. Testing. Testing is a critical step that includes software verification and validation. Software engineers design test scenarios and evaluate system performance to ensure accuracy and reliability. Maintenance and software engineers are responsible for maintaining the software after implementation. This includes updates, bug fixes, and continuous improvement as needed and technological developments. General process of the software development lifecycle. First, planning. The planning stage is the foundation of the entire software development project. Activities begin with identifying project objectivities, analyzing user needs, and determining the scope and boundaries of the project. To organize tasks and monitor progress. Tools such as Trello, Asana, and Jira can be used. A programming language is not required at this stage. Second, design. After planning, the next step is to design the system structure and interface. Developers create system architecture, design wireframes and prototypes, and design user interface. Tools such as Adobe XD, Sketch, or Figma help the design process. At this stage, use of programming language such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is generally limited. Get to know front-end development. Front-end development or front-end development is an aspect of software development that focuses on developing and designing the user-visible elements of use. This includes everything from layout and design to use interaction and responsive of a website or app. The following is complete explanation front-end development, including the programming language HTML, hypertext markup language. HTML is the backbone of a web page. Structure and use text to define elements such as text, image, hyperlinks, and forms. Second, CSS, cascading style sheets. CSS handles the presentation and layout of HTML elements, providing design, color, and layout to enhance the aesthetic of the page. Third, JavaScript, a programming language that enables interactions and dynamics on web page, used to create animation effects from validation and interactivity. Fourth, React.js, a JavaScript library developed by Facebook to build user interfaces, support the creation of reusable components to manage the UI. 5. Vue JavaScript, a lightweight JavaScript framework for building user interfaces, providing the structure and tools for creating single-page application. With a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, along with frameworks like React or Vue JavaScript, front-end developers create engaging responsive user experience across a variety of devices. Front-end development continues to evolve along with the new technologies, and expertise in this domain is becoming increasingly important in modern software development. Understanding APIs. An API, or Application Programming Interface, is a set of rules and protocols that allow one application to interact with another application. It provides a way for developers to use the functionality or service of a system without needing to know the implementation details. API acts as a bridge that connects two application or software components. There are two main types of APIs. Web APIs. It is an interface that is accessed via web protocols such as HTTP, and library APIs. Library APIs contains a set function or programming routines that can be used by developer in software. Example for web APIs is RESTful API or SOAP API. An example for libraries APIs is Windows API and Java API. Uh, for example, a weather application can use an API to create current weather data from third party and display that information to the user. That way, weather apps don't need to have their own weather database or their own data collection. Instead, it can rely on the API of the weather provider to get the most up-to-date information. And APIs are also widely used in the world of software development for various purposes, such as integration between applications, fetching data from external sources, and more. Therefore, APIs plays a very important role in supporting interoperability and collaboration between various systems and applications. Understanding database management. Database management is a practice related to data management in a computer system. It includes database design, implementation, maintenance, and recovery. In software development, databases have an important role as structured storage for storing and managing data. Main components of database management: database design. the process of designing data structure and relationship in a database. Implementing the database design into the system, including creating the tables, index, and lineages. Database maintenance activities to ensure data consistency, security, and availability. Database recovery, the process for recovering data in the event of system failure or disaster. Database Management System, or DBMS, is software that provides an interface between a user or application and database. It provides a number of key functions, including data manipulation, provides command to insert, update, and delete data. Query language, a special language for retrieving data from a database such as SQL. Security, setting user access rights and data protection. Dat- Data integrity, keeping data consistent and accurate. Data recovery, the ability to recover data in the event of a system failure. An example of famous DBMS is MySQL, open source, often used for web application, an Oracle database developed by Oracle Corporation, used for large enterprise application, and Microsoft SQL Server, a product from Microsoft commonly used within the Microsoft ecosystem. The importance of database management in software is efficiency. Database management ensures application can access and manage data quickly and accurately. It plays a key role in supporting application function, data analysis, and business decision making. By optimizing database structure and performance, developer can improve the responsiveness and reliability for their application. So that's all from me. Sorry if this software engineering project is far from perfect and there are still lots of mistakes. That's all and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.